Hello, Fellowship Baptist Church. We wanted to say hello. I hope you have had a wonderful week. I trust that the Lord has encouraged you and that you're growing closer to Him day by day. Wanted to give you just a real quick update. Not a whole lot has transpired. I really believe that we're going to be with you guys, Lord willing, by the end of this month. We've entered the month of March and hope to be moving here in just, I'm thinking in my mind, a couple to 3 weeks, even though I don't have an exact date for you. It's got to be getting real close. This week's kind of been bittersweet. We had a sweet lady in our congregation, probably one of my sweetest church members there at First Baptist. Her name's Jan Cardone. Just been close ever since we moved into the community a little over 10 years ago. And actually, her and her husband sold us the land for us to build a home back in 2009, which sits right next to their home. And so not only was she a church member, a sister in Christ, she was a neighbor, a friend, kind of like a grandmother, just kind of adopted us in, and she was so good to our kids. Make a long story short, she passed away, and I actually just had her funeral there a little while ago. And I'm thankful that I know where Miss Jan is, that she had a confidence and a hope in Christ. And I'm so very thankful that she's in the presence of Jesus. She had suffered from MS for the past several years, and her health had just continued to get worse and worse. She had a dear husband, 3 children, a bunch of grandchildren, and her husband took wonderful care of her and just provided for her. But she's with the Lord. But one thing that it reminded me of, I was with her last week in the hospital before she came home, and she passed away in her home. She said, "Now, Ryan, I want you to tell my family about the goodness and grace of God in Jesus Christ." And so that's what we tried to do during the funeral. And all of her family's unsaved, her husband, all of her children, all unbelievers. But we just tried to share the gospel. And it was just a reminder of how good God is, that He extends His love and His forgiveness to us and saves us through Himself and His own substitution, that He's literally given Himself upon the cross, bore all of our sinfulness. All of His wrath was poured out upon His Son, and that we know that there's no condemnation to those that are in Christ Jesus. So it was a great day being able to share that with the family and let them know that their mom, their wife, their grandmother is alive and well, and they too can have the same hope and the same peace that they saw in her, even in those last and final days. And she did. She had such a blessed peace about her that God had given her, and just another testimony of just how good and gracious God is. But I'm reminded of 1 Corinthians chapter number 2 in verse number 9, where Paul says, and he quotes that Old Testament passage, but as it is written, what no eye has seen, nor ear hath heard, nor the heart of man imagined, what God has prepared for those who love Him. And so First Baptist of Racine, I was able to encourage them with that, and I want to encourage you at Fellowship Baptist Church with that as well. Just keep holding on to that dear, blessed truth of what Jesus promises us, and one day we're going to be with Him. So be encouraged, Fellowship. I don't know what's going on in your week. Life does change. I was reminded of that, having to say bye to Jan as a friend, as a neighbor, and we're getting ready to pick up, and of course move away from family and friends and in the community that we've known for so long. But it's not our home. We have one home, and it's in heaven. And so we just keep on pressing and looking forward to that and encouraging ourselves with these truths. So Fellowship Baptist, God bless you guys. We're excited, looking forward to being with you real soon, and keep preaching these truths to your hearts and to your souls, and cling to Jesus. We're going to be praying, and Lord willing, be with you soon. God bless you guys. And I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful week.